Hello and welcome back to another episode of NB Tech Reviews. Today we're diving back into some wireless earbuds. I've tried some previously, but now I've been sent some new ones to test out by a company called Top, T-O-P. The first one I'm going to go over is this set in the black case. Now, there's one unique thing about these headphones is that this case is actually a backup battery, 3,400 milliamp hours to be exact. So you can either charge your phone up in the case of an emergency, or you have a really long-lasting pair of earbuds, especially in a time where a lot of people are out and about. They don't maybe not have access to their charger with them. If you've got this, you have power to last a long period of time, so that way you don't have to worry about your earbuds draining and then you have to go find somewhere to plug them up. This is going to last you a long time. Or again, if you're out and about, don't have a charger with you, just kind of threw these in the bag and forgot about the backup battery or the charger, you've still got something that has some juice in it in case your phone goes dead. So that way, it's kind of a nice little plus to have with them. So, going past that, let's look at the overall design of the package. You'll notice that it is basically a black box. The front here is actually got an LED light behind it. Now, the way you know that this is charged up and ready to go is it'll blink 4 times for it being at full charge, and then 3 times at 75%, so on and so forth until it's pretty much empty. And you charge it by USB-C rather than USB micro, which I really do like because USB-C is a bit faster than micro or the previous iterations. And again, you have your USB port out here on the other side where you can hook up your USB cable for your phone or any other small device you wanted to charge. So if we open it up, we see a little compartment for the earbuds right here. And inside we have the right and the left earbud. Now, something that's different with these that's not typical is that these actually have touch pads on them instead of the typical like press button you would normally get on third-party wireless earbuds. And I actually prefer the touch more because the button kind of have to mash into your ear to make it do anything. And with these, all you have to do is give it a light tap or a couple light taps to do whatever you want it to do. For instance, if you tap it twice, it skips to the next song. If you hold it long enough, it'll bring up the voice control, so on and so forth. Now, these can be used independently, but they are designed more to be used together or with your left ear alone. Now, I use my right ear, so it's a bit more cumbersome on using it for the right ear, but ultimately it's forgivable because it's a pretty simple process. So the battery life on these is really good. I can easily go through a whole day, usually on just one charge. I've never had to actually take my earbud out somewhere in the middle of the day or the latter part of the day, put it in, charge it back up, and listen to it again. I usually go throughout the whole day or most of the day with one charge. And that's really, really convenient because, again, mixed with the battery capabilities of this charging case, again, I still haven't charged it up ever since I've actually had these, which has been a few months now. I've not had to charge the case up once, and it's still going. I believe it's only now at 75% battery. So the sound quality on these leaves a little bit to be desired. It seems a factory reset is necessary with any of the top earbuds just for whatever reason, but once it's done, it does have decent clarity. It's lacking a little bit in the treble bass balance, but ultimately, if you're listening to a lot of podcasts, a lot of audiobooks or YouTube videos, if that's the majority of what you're listening to, you're not going to have any issues whatsoever. Music, if you're an audiophile, you may want to spend a little bit more money on like a known brand, but for the price you pay and what you're actually getting, it's a decent pair of wireless earbuds, especially again for that long battery time. Now, this does claim to be IPX7 waterproof. I did not test the waterproofing capabilities of these earbuds themselves, but they are rated for IPX7 waterproofing. And that is really handy to have, especially nowadays when a lot of sports earbuds are waterproof or water resistant. It's nice to have that feature within a really decent pair of earbuds. So now, we've gone through that one, let's move on to the next one. This is their updated version. Now, the one thing that might become very clear with these is that they are a little bit of an AirPod clone. Now, I will say, the one thing I do like about these, more so over this one, is that they are a tad bit lighter weight. Now, when you have wireless earbuds, weight is not something you typically consider, but if you're wearing these a whole lot, a heavier earbud can strain your ear more, and also the comfort of the earbuds could also strain your ear more, leaving it sore or having an accumulation of earwax, which is never really fun at all. Now, the way these work is they have a less charging battery base, but again, all you have to do is snap the little earbuds inside their base and they start charging right away. And this one goes back to the micro B connector. I personally am not too much of a fan of that, but again, it's still widely enough used to where it's forgivable. The audio quality on these drops a bit more. The bass versus treble balance on these sounds better, but the problem is there's a little bit of echo within the earbuds themselves, and that could be due to how they've implemented their water resistance on these earbuds. But either way, it is forgivable because with a pair of earbuds like these, they are water resistant, so you can take them on your run, you can take it with you if you're going swimming, taking a shower if you do listen to stuff while in the shower, and they're a really convenient pair of earbuds. Now, another thing these earbuds do is they go back to the push button type of control on each side, both left and right, and they can be used independently, same as the other type of earbuds. But again, going back to that press button style, you have to put a little bit more pressure against your ear, or you have to hold it and press the button. Now, testing these earbuds, I got relatively the same amount of use out of these that I did with the black earbuds. And they did fit good in the ear. They were lightweight, so I didn't really have any problems with them like straining my ear or having any weird fit that just made it ache for long periods of time. And ultimately, I had a good experience listening to YouTube videos, audiobooks, some music. I tend to lean more towards headphones with music, but again, these will do very well for what you pay. And I do believe these are aimed more towards the people who are going on exercise runs, who want a little bit more sweat resistance or water resistance and so on and so forth. And these appeal to the people who want more of an AirPod type look and feel in the ears. Now, both of these do come with different types of ear tips depending on the size of your inner ear, so that way it fits better as they typically would with wireless earbuds. Both pairs of these earbuds provided really good audio clarity when I called multiple people to test them out over the course of the months of me having them. And that's really good because a lot of people who are wearing these are using them to talk with other people through the earpiece rather than having to pull their phone out of their pocket and then answer it that way and hold it up even while they have the earpiece there. It's really good to have quality microphones in wireless earbuds nowadays, and both of these passed really well. I actually had a call made from Tibet on these earbuds specifically, and they did have very good call quality even from such a long distance away. So my bottom line is this: what do they do good, what do they do bad, and who are they for? Starting with the black one. These have wonderful battery life. They sit easily in the ear without going too deep. They sound decent. They have decent level audio quality. They have a good microphone for calls. The touch button is probably the biggest plus for the earbuds themselves, and again, the giant charging case. The only thing I would say this is not the best in is audio volume. It has a little bit to be desired in volume for people who need a little bit more boost in their volume in the music or just listening to stuff with a bunch of noise around them. And that's my only negative. So who is this for? These are for the person who want a lot of hours out of their earbuds without having to think about charging them day in, day out, or even week in and week out. These can go and go and go and go for months. And I would recommend this to anyone who listens to a lot of audiobooks or a lot of videos while they're working, while they're out and about. Anyone who's listening to a lot of things and needs an earbud to keep going for a long period of time, this is definitely the one to go with. These guys, what they do well. Firstly, I like the packaging. This can easily be put in a pocket, it can be slipped in a purse, it's ready to go. The feel is lightweight, it gives you that AirPod look, and the volume on these has actually been improved over the black ones. I'd recommend these to the person who does exercising, who needs that little bit of water and sweat resistance, someone who likes listening to music in the shower, or is just in situations where it's going to be naturally humid or moist in general. Thank you for watching. This has been another installment of NB Tech Reviews.